Hello. So, everybody, welcome to Bristol Blue, Quilt Tube number 29. I have quite an announcement to make today. There's going to be a new change in the format of how I do videos. I have these on so I can see the computer. So go ahead and send a chat or whatever. I'm going to discuss this new format. So the plan is I have a new job now. I lost my corporate job in early March, and so it's been nearly 2 months. And I basically have been forced to retire, which is really okay with me. I am so happy about this. And I am going to start making this a place to go every day, get ready for the day, and chit chat and sew along with people. So these videos will be out here for you to see for as long as YouTube will allow them to be posted. So we're going to do the first part of, I'll go live at 10 a.m. We'll do, 10 to 20 minutes of discussion. If there's any discussion to be had, something came up the day before, progress on work that was done the day before, and then we'll take a break and come back 15, half an hour, 45 minutes later. I'll set the schedule based on the time that we end the video and come back and just sew, and we can sit and chat about it. So I am now the new Quilt BOM'er, BOM, Block of the Month. I enjoy doing blocks of the month, sew-alongs, quilt-alongs, whatever they're called. But I'm going to be the Quilt BOM'er. I kind of like that. I might make up a t-shirt. Because I like doing blocks a month, and I want to continue to do them and share them with you, progress, tips and tricks on, what I've learned about how I make the blocks and things like that. I'm going to do everything from traditional to modern to Civil War reproduction. I like it all. And so I'm going to continue to bring to you all kinds of different varieties of things to do. And you can quilt along with me with the blocks of the month. Down the road, I might develop a community Facebook page where we can all just post videos or post pictures and stuff of your progress. And so that'll be some time down the road. I need to kind of work out the kinks. So we're going to use the month of May to kind of work out a thing. I'll have some sort of schedule as to what days I'm going to be working on certain projects. So we'll have that available to you as well. So the first thing I think we'll start with is my pressed flowers. And you can see some of it is on the board here. But I have a plan as to how I'm going to finish this layout. Let's see here. So the final layout was provided, and where is it finishing? Here it is. So the final layout was provided, and I had used Indigo Garden from Heather Peterson. Let's get you over here so you can see more of it. So I've got the first 6 blocks laid out here, and I have tested using this. I didn't go out and purchase anything different, and I wasn't sure how this was going to look having used a white background, but I'm actually kind of pleased with it. So I'm using a thatched navy. That is this fabric right here, and I've got quite a bit of it. So I will be making putting all of my blocks, squaring up all of my blocks. Right now they're on point, as you see with this one here. I've got a couple on that one there, but I'm going to use the navy to put them on point. I'm also going to pull out all of the floral fabrics in all of the colors from the Indigo Garden line. Like I said, I had a half yard bundle of this this because I was just so in love with it. So there's going to be plenty left over to make another quilt with. So I am going to be using just the florals to make all of these little corner pieces that are going to go around each of the blocks. And then I think either end of next week, I believe I'll get to it. I've got a special border that I have designed, and I'm going to have that, and I'll show you that. But that's something to look forward to. And so the background fabrics that I used in each of the blocks is a Lori Holt shabby. It looks kind of like a grunge, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it here. I unfortunately don't have the appropriate lighting or cameras and stuff. So hopefully somewhere down the line in the near future, we'll get overhead cameras and lighting, and everything will look really gorgeous and everything will work itself out. But that is the kind of the goal as this goes on. So today, my plan is I want to get this finished. The new program has started. This came in the Sew Sampler box starting last April and finished last month by giving us the final layout. So now with April's box, there's a whole new pattern. And I'm going to do that one as well. I'm very pleased with, I like it, and I'm going to continue on with it. And I ordered fabric for it. I don't have any of the finishing stuff for it because all I got was ordered a fat quarter bundle, and that's coming on Friday. So you'll probably see that on Monday's video. I'll do an unboxing on that video. So there will be a 10 a.m. live video where we go through and do an update for sure. So I've got that in the works. So this needs to be finished. The box comes in the mail somewhere around the 20th of every month. So somewhere around there, I'll get started on that project. So I'll have 2 blocks to make because March it started, or April it started. I got April's box. So May's box will come around the 20th, and I will have my fabric, and so I can make then both blocks at that time. And that's monthly. So I got 1 block to do per month. I think I can keep up with that program, don't you think? Unless I throw other things in there. As you'll see, I kind of do that from time to time. Something catches my eye and down the rabbit hole I go. So with this, last time I did video, I still had block 11 and 12 to do. So this is block 11, and I finished that one. And this one is the Cosmos block, and that is this one right here. So I've got that one done. And so on today's sew along portion of this program, after this video, I will be sewing the block 12, which is Love in a Mist. And I have chosen my fabrics and have them all cut and laid out. And I'll be sewing that today with you live. I will also be putting together blocks 1 and 2. So those have been cut to size 17.5 inches. The blue setting triangles are done and attached to those. The only thing that hasn't been done is the final triangles that go in each side. So I cut a bunch of them, set them in there to make sure I like how I place them. So I'll be sewing those on today and then sewing those 2 blocks together. And then next time I work on it, which I plan to kind of work on this quite a bit because I want to have this top done by the 20th. So if I do 2 blocks a day, Monday through Friday, taking weekends off, Saturdays and Sundays, maybe. I may be doing some some secret personal sewing during those days. But so I will do 3 and 4 tomorrow, and then we'll start putting rows and stuff together. I do need to change this wall. The batting that I have on here only goes this far, and this is a big quilt, so I need to open this up. And this ironing board, I can slide forward so I can walk back and forth to it. So I will be working on blocks 1 and 2 and putting block 12 together today. So if you want to sew along with me, you'll come back after this video. When the video ends, I'll let you know. I'm going to take a slight little break to clean things up because I have to have I'm a little anal about having a clean workspace when I work. I have such a small little space. It's so small. So I've got some of the squares cut that have to go around the blocks. So I got a good start on it. So at least I have everything ready to go for the projects that I'll be sewing today. So I've got that all taken care of. So let's move on then. So as I was saying, the next Sew Sampler box will come around the 20th, give or take it. Maybe the 23rd-ish or something like that by the time it gets to me. So let's get you turned back around here, and we will go through this month's Sew Sampler box. So I've already opened it up and looked through it, but these are the things that came in it. This is a notebook, like a journal of sorts. It's got this cute little strap, elastic strap on it, and the sticker also came in there, and I put it on the front of my book because it matched so perfectly. And this is kind of the hint of what the next block of the month is going to be. So I ordered a fat quarter bundle. So this is a different block than the block that the pattern that came in the box this month. And this basket is also blue. So I'm not sure if this month's basket, if all the baskets are blue. So I may need to make some more purchase some more fabric, because I don't believe my fat quarter bundle has enough blue. And you'll see what fat quarter bundle that I purchase when it comes. It's coming on Friday afternoon, so you'll probably see it on Monday. But it has lined pages and grid pages. So the grid's on one side and lined pages on the other. And it's just came at just the right time, because my daily journal, I used it up yesterday. There is also this little ribbon that you can put on here that will save your page for you. So it's really, really cute. I love it. I really, really love it. And I might be purchasing some more of them. I wonder if they're going to come in different colors. I don't know. But that's really cool. It also came with this needle minder. Little magnet. You can see that. But it's so happy. Little tulips. That's a little hint. It came with Heather Briggs Flower Girl, a small fat quarter bundle. And this fabric is going to be used in the pattern that comes exclusively with the box. So these are the peaches and creams, which I just peach, green, yellow, and cream. So I got, this is a peachy stripe, a little floral. There. It's got this cute gingham green with little flowers, little tulips on them. A yellow one. So adorable. This little tan number. And this white-based neutral with creams and tans and peaches and greens. And that goes with the pattern that came exclusively with the box called a Bobbin Blooms. I have every intention of sewing up this quilt with this fabric and making this lovely little gem. So it's going to be on my schedule this month. And so you'll see me making blocks from this. Probably do 1 tulip block a month, a day, a week, something of that nature, something like that. It depends, you know. I get excited about something and I really, really want it. So I think I might work on it more often than I think. But we're going to shoot for sticking with the block of the month, the bomber thing. I might do 1 a month, but maybe it's 1 a week. So block of the month is kind of a generic term for quilt along, sew along, and it doesn't have to necessarily be monthly. So there we go. And the pattern for the block is this. So again, you see what I mean about the blue baskets? My assumption is every month the basket's going to be blue. I don't know that I might stick to that. Once I get my fabric bundle, I might start making some plans to see which of the colors will make my baskets. I really like it. I really like it. And I'm going to make that one too. So the other thing that came in here is one of those, what is this? This is June Taylor, where it's got all the printing on it where you do the sewing. And it also uses the same fabric bundle. So if there's leftovers, I might make this. I might not. I'm not sure. I really like it. Last time I tried something like this, it didn't work out very well. But we'll see. We might play with that. But that was all that came in this box. Oh, I did go to Joann's to get a tool, which I'll talk about here shortly. But I also picked up, they have these cute, the calico prints were on sale. So I did buy 3 yards of 2 different fabrics. And this has like a floral white on white, which I thought would go very nicely with this. So that is the background I am going to use for my blossoms and blooms, bobbin blooms. That's what it is, bobbins. These are bobbins with a tulip sticking out of it. So I am going to make that most definitely. I do have it tentatively on my schedule for like the 3rd week of the month. So we'll see how that goes. I hope to get to it before the end of the month. I do want to get this one finished. That is a definite. So my needle minder is going downstairs in I have a sewing cabinet. It's a vintage sewing machine that has, the vintage drawer in it. There's only one. The other one's missing. So I'm still trying to find the matching one that will go with this one. But I have a drawer where I've been putting these because my basket for all my cross stitch sits underneath it. So I will put that back in my drawer. And I will hold on to this. I've got to find a project box for this. For now, it's going to sit inside the Sew Sample Rocks until I get projects done. So, it's my reward to myself. You got to get a project done before you can start something new. So before I can move on to the next block of the month, I have to finish this. So I'm giving myself the deadline of the 20th. So we'll see how well that goes. Now let's see here. What is next? All right, let me move this out of the way. So Laundry Basket Quilts, Birthday Mystery, that project. The new Block 18 came out yesterday. And so I have, what did I do with it? It's right over here. I have chosen my fabrics. It's a cute little house. And I thought I had a picture of it. So hold on. Let me see if I can share my screen to show you the picture of it. It's cute little house block. So I chose my fabrics for that this morning. So while I'm waiting for this to pop up, let me get a drink. All right. Let's see here. So I'm not sure if you're seeing this, but yeah, it looks like you are. So that's the house. That is the house. And I picked out these fabrics. So I like to stick with like one background fabric. So my door and the corner pieces of the block are going to be in this blue and fabric. My roof is going to be this one, which is a brown and aqua. Kind of wanted a brown roof. The right side of the house, which is going to be kind of a mid-tone one. This one here is kind of a medium color. I'm going to use this one. And then for the front of the house, around the front door, is going to be this little floral. So I will be sewing that up today as well. So I'm not sure how much time all of that will take, but that's what I'm going to be working on today after this video. We're going to press flowers and laundry basket quilts. There wasn't nothing else on my schedule. So I do have to make the hearts. So I do have all my fusible ready so I can draw my template. Here are the blocks that I hadn't done them by the time the last video aired, but here is block 17 with its matching heart block with the cute little birds on them. God, I just love those birds. So that is block 17. And then block, or is it 16 and 17? That's 16. This is 17 because I'm working on block 18. So this is my block 17 and its matching heart, which is with the same background that's on this one. So this is the first block where I added some tan. So I figured I'll go with that and I'll add the tan or the brown for the roof on this week's block. So that is all set to go. I'll be cutting and sewing this block together. It looks like it's going to go together very simply, so I didn't like pre-cut all of my pieces. So we'll go through that together today and sew that up. Let's see here. So I was watching YouTube video. I was watching Fat Quarter Shop. Kimberly was talking about, showed all of the stuff that she's working on and gave an update on where she's at and all of her block of the month. She's a good bomber. And so they showed the Blockheads. This was for Blockheads 5. And she showed a block that I couldn't resist. It was this block here, the Shining Stars block. And I couldn't resist. I had to do it. So I grabbed some charm squares because I wanted to make the little tiny little 6-inch block. So what I grabbed was a charm pack of Mackinac Island. I have 2 of these by Minnick and Simpson, red, white, and blues. So I thought, it goes. I mean, it's shooting stars. I wanted it to be red, white, and blue. And I also have a charm pack of Riley Blake Basics, which is just a plain white. So I used this and that, and I made a 6-inch block. And I finished it into a little mug rug and quilted it and everything. I did that in a day. I was so proud of myself. It was so fun. So you just never know what rabbit hole you're going to go down and what I got to actually have to do. So, and this took priority over everything else. But it was fun. And I don't know that I'll make the 6-inch block again. And there's not enough to make the 12-inch block on here. So I have other red, white, and blue fabrics. So I'm not sure if I'll make any more or not. This satisfied that urge, and I think it's really cute. So I will set that here on my table and put my mug on it. This is a mug that I got in Colorado when my mom and I took a trip. So all these little stickers were from all the different places we went to on our trip there. Hi, Christy Lou is online. Thank you. Love your block of the month. BOM flowers. They're gorgeous. Thank you. Love the blue and white with the hearts block. I just love it. It's very precise. And I actually screwed up on one of the stars and I had like the colors mismatched on this. So I had to rip it all apart and remake them. So, and I did do it, and I cut off the points on here. it didn't square up very well, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. I enjoyed that very, very much. All right. So these stickers, Black Canyon is on here. I got Mount Rushmore because Mom and I stopped in South Dakota on our way back. This one here is from Telluride, my favorite place. I got a sticker for the back of my car. To hell you ride, it says on it. And I think that was like how the name got started. Another South Dakota sticker. And then shortly after that, my mom had surgery in Rochester, Mayo, because of her retinal detachment. And so I stole a sticker from there. It doesn't go well through the wash. So I've been hand washing it and trying to not get that one wet. Beep, beep, great patient. So I stole that off the nurse's station desk. So let's see here. So next on the agenda for the plan, that's for this week. This is for today, tomorrow, and Friday. So I think on Friday I have this on my schedule, but I also want to finish this one. And this is a personal want to finish because I really want it on my dining room table. So I'm going to get this one done by the end of the month. And that is the Fruit Medley Runner finishing pattern. This is free on Fat Quarter Shop's website. I purchased the book so I can make each one of these fruits. And that is this book right here. And I bought a Fat Quarter bundle of fruit cocktail. I think they're back in stock again, if I'm not mistaken. And I think this book is still out there as well. So if not, it's out there. But that was, again, I went down the rabbit hole watching Kimberly. So I was watching Kimberly. She did it. I'm like, that is just so cute. And I really needed a springtime lift me up. And so I started this. So I'm going to work on the next block in the program. So I've got more than half of it finished. So I have the first one. So I showed this in my last video, but I got a blueberry. Got the blueberry. I've got a lemon. Done. I am using a Christopher Thompson blossom background on this. I am using, this is Lori Holt for the sashings and a Lori Holt for the stems. And I pulled this out of my stash, and I think this is the green polka dot. The green matches very, very well with the fig tree greens. And I got that one actually, I think it's a Waverly from Kmart. But I love polka dot. So I've been changing up. I'm not following the pattern for the square to square units that border these. So I'm kind of making that one up as I go. So I don't know what the next ones are going to be, but here is the cherries, and I'm going to make another one of these. There's 2 of these in this table runner. So I may just use the same fabrics for that one, just switch them around and use different greens for the thing, for the leaves. And then I'll use something different down here for the square and squares. Don't know yet. Here's a daisy block. I did pull out some fig tree fabrics from my Christmas box. They were the stars, or I can't remember. Oh yeah, it was this one here. This one here. This is the last one that I made, the pair. This one here came out of the Christmas box too. I can't remember. It was a stitch, what the name of it was. But so then I have my favorite one is the pineapple. Isn't that cute? I do have some Corey Yoder in here. This one and this one are Corey Yoder, and so is this one. And that came from Springbrook, I believe. So there, I have to make cherries block, and I have that on my schedule to do on Friday. So that'll be part of my sew along on Friday. And I want to get this one done so I can put it on my dining room table. I've thrown out all kinds of stuff out of the box here. So that's on the schedule. And I did, if you noticed, I don't have any more black and white printed documents. I did get myself a printer. Being unemployed, there was a moment when I really thought, well, maybe I should have a printer so I can do resumes and that kind of thing. And it copies, and it also like scans things so I can email documents. Because when I was applying for unemployment and state Medicaid for benefits, I needed to send them things, and I was going to have to go to UPS store and pay somebody to do that stuff. And I was like, you know what? For my business, for my quilting adventure, I want color copies because I found it very difficult to work with the black and whites. So I'm very happy with the purchase. I got one of those Epsom, Shaquille O'Neal commercials with the Epsom thing, the liquid bottles and stuff. So I'm hoping that it lasts as long as they say it's going to last, like the colors that came with it. I hope it lasts the 2 years that they say it's going to last. Depends on how many patterns I print, right? And so I'm very happy with it so far. It's very simple to use, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm very pleased with how that turned out. So I did get some final payout from my previous employer, PTO and stuff like that. So I used that to pay for that printer. So I'm very, very happy about that. The next thing, it's a new block of the month. I couldn't resist. I was watching Primitive Gathering. See, here I go. And this comes out monthly. And it comes out around the 23rd. So this needs to get done this month as well by the 23rd. And it's pretty extensive. I'm just saying. I may have put myself into a predicament. It's called the Monthly Minis, and they're actually miniature quilts, not a block or anything like that. You get it and you finish it. And this is the first one. Lisa and her 1-inch half X HSDs. So I am going to be using my, I have in this section over here, I have my Civil War reproductions, and also in this bin in here, I have some too. And I'm going to be pulling from my own stash to make these, and I'm not following what she's using here because I want these to be in my home. And so I'm using the same color scheme that I do here. So I am going to be doing blocks of the month that I want to do. So if there's something that you are, I want you to tell me in the comments if there's a block of the month that you're doing or one that you know that's coming up that I may be interested in, or anybody would be interested in, because I like going down those little rabbit holes and being, pushed in different directions, because I have already signed up for some future ones. So I put reservations in at the Fat Quarter Shop yesterday for 2 that are coming up later on this year. I think one is in August and the other one's in October. And I'll talk about those when they come to fruition. Because if I can't afford to pay for it, because I think one of them is a monthly payment plan, which is way doable for me. And the other one, I think you have to pay for everything up front. So if I can't pull it off financially, I'll back out of it. But I will do the best that I can, because, with PayPal, they have monthly payment plans. Works for me. So I have pulled my fabric. I have also pulled some triangle papers from Fat Quarter Shop. So I pulled those out. I also have Permanent Gathering triangle paper. However, I don't know that I'll use hers. I think I'm going to use these. They're bigger for whatever reason. I don't know. But these are the 2 fabrics I'm going to use. I'm going to use pink and green. Well, it's salmony and green. So here's the green fabric I have. It's a Betsy Chuchian. It is from Nancy's Needles. That's green. And this one here, I don't know where this one came from. I don't know whose it is. It might be Kim Deal, but it's a salmony pink color, which is green is like the walls in my living room and going to be in my hallway. And the accent colors are yellows and salmon. So that's why I like that Bobbin and Blooms, because all of those colors, the greens and the yellows and the pinks, all kind of go with my color scheme. So I'm hoping that I have enough, because I have to make 172 half square triangles for this project. I do have alternatives. So I already I cut off some strips to make all 172 of those. I do have this fabric as well. I don't know how well that's going to work with a 1-inch half square triangle. I may end up with like just a flower in it and it won't be pink. So that one's I'm not so sure. I do have some greens. I have to go back through my stash and see if there's a different one, a daintier print one that might work. But I do have some greens that I can use, and these 2 are the ones that I have. I think these are definitely Kim Deal, but I think I'll work with these. If I need more green, I'll have to find some. If I don't have enough, I may have to go back and look through my stash and find something that's a little bit more dainty and a little bit more similar to this. So those come out around the 23rd of every month. So later on today, I'll put all the links to where you can find these if you're interested in joining along as well. This is $5. It comes out on the 23rd. And then when the new one comes out, this is no longer available or it costs more. So something of that nature. But I'll know that when I get to it. I mean, when the month comes to get the next one. So I need a project box for all my monthly minis. So I have to start emptying projects so that I can get some boxes. All right. So that's the rabbit hole I need to go down. Oh, I also picked these as like backings and bindings. They're salmon pinky ticking type fabric. This one's really soft. It's really soft. And I got this one, I think, from my mother, and this one as well. But this one here is a little bit thicker fabric, but I can't wait to finish that and get it on one of my tables in the living room. Put a candle on it. What's the other one that I'm working on? The other one I also plan to work on this week is my red and white quilt. Because I went to Joann's, like I told you. I bought 6 yards of background fabrics. And I also got my 1/2-inch bias tape maker with the instructions because I've never used this tool before. So I got to learn how to use it. But I really didn't want to make, I wanted 1/4 inch, but I thought that was going to be a little too dangerous. Too much heat from the iron. So I bought this tool. We're going to try 1/2 inch and I'm going to see if it works. If that doesn't work, I'll just fold it in half, right? It'll make 1/4 inch, won't it? We'll have to see how it works out. But here is my quilt again. It is my 3 favorite blocks, the Ohio Star, Churn Dash, and the Shoe Fly. And I am going to put white borders around the whole outside edge. And they're going to be quite wide, I think like 5-6 inches, something like that. And with the bias tape, I'm going to make these little wavy lines that will go all the way around with circles to kind of offset the geometrics of this. Red circles. It's all going to be red. So the whole thing will be definitely red and white. So that is what I'm going to be working on, as well as getting that border finished. I at least want to get the top done so that I can empty out my project bin and put some of these others in a bin. So I have got all this red fabric right here to make my bias binding. So I'll be cutting it on the 45 angle to get. And this is from Joann's. It's all like broadcloth, I believe. This one here it's a pretty thin fabric. So, and you can see through it, right? So, but I've had it for years and I thought, well, let's do something with it. And I always wanted a red and white quilt. And I was, at my overnight job and I was just doodling and coloring in squares and a graph. And I noticed that they made some sort of secondary pattern. I thought it was kind of cool. So I thought, well, let me throw that together. I will provide, I think at some point I'll put something together so that you can have a free pattern of this, so that in case you want to make one of them yourself. So I'll make that option available. The other thing I'm going to be working on, and let me put these back down, is I want to get Hometown finished. I have to bring the bin out here with the schedule on it, but I got to get the Hometown So Long project finished, the houses with the blocks, because I signed up to do the Hometown holiday sampler. Is it a sampler? It looks like a cross stitch pattern. I reserved that one, and I think it is coming in August is the start time for that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more houses left to do on this project. So I've got till the end of July is my deadline to finish this sew along. I can't guarantee I'll have all of the stitching done and the top finished, but I at least want to have all the houses done. I want to have all the houses and the blocks done, and as much as I can, before I start putting the top together. I'd love to have it all complete, but all of my blocks and everything. So I still have 3, 4, 8, 12, 15 more blocks left to make, and then those are all done. So I could at least put those rows together and get, maybe I can just do 1 row at a time, because I can get, if I do 2 houses, how many houses did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 houses done this month and 2 houses done the first. If I could do a house a week, I could potentially start putting rows together. We'll have to see how that goes, but I do want to get that done so that I have this box available for the hometown holiday. I'm missing some pages on this. I'm not sure where they went to. So let's see what else is on the agenda. So that's what I plan to work on this week. To start one house on hometown holiday, try to get bias tape, the red bias tape made, just the tape made. We'll see if I get anything attached to a border or not. I want to get the cherries block done on the fruit medley runner. I want to get, today I'm going to do block 18 for the laundry basket quilt sew along. And then I will do block 12 and get blocks 1 and 2 finished for the pressed flowers. So that is the plan this week. Now, watch the community tab. I'll be posting pictures maybe of what I've accomplished at the end of each sew along day. So I'll go online here. Let's see, it's 10:47. So about 11:15, I'll come back online to do some sewing. Let me get my room arranged here, take a little break, go to the bathroom, that kind of thing. And I'll be back online and I'll be sewing. So you can sew with me, whatever project it is you're working on. So if you're still working on pressed flowers, sew along with me. If you're working on laundry basket quilts and haven't made block 18 yet, or you need to get caught up on your blocks, come sew with me. We can learn together and do some tips and tricks of sharing and all that kind of stuff. So let me get cleaned up. We'll be back in like half an hour for 11:15. Give you half an hour. Half an hour I'll be back and we'll be sewing, okay? Thanks, and I hope you enjoy this new layout, this new format, I should say. And I'll be back again later today. I am really fresh in the mornings, in the daytime. Sleep has been good. I haven't eaten too much, and I'm not, like, my brain isn't foggy. I'm very focused. I can stay alert. My sleep habits are a little different these days. So I like to do all my sewing during the day. So in the afternoons, I could do house cleaning. I can do my little side gig of door dashing if I need a little extra cash. I got the lawn needs to be mowed. Go figure, it's that time of year already. So things like that can, where I don't need to be as focused and awake for, I will do those in the afternoon. But I'm going to do all my Monday through Friday during the day. I will prep for our 10 a.m. and get ready to go. So I will see you back here at 11:15-ish. I'm not going to say, I might get a phone call or something, but I'm going to shoot for 11:15, 11:20, somewhere between 11:15 and 11:30, and we'll be back and we'll do a little sewing together, okay? Thank you, and I will see you later. Bye.